Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nur Amira Shazwani binti Ahmad Kamal. Today, I will be presenting our group assignment titled Evolution of Media Effect Theories. In this video, I will briefly explain three important media effect theories, which are hypodermic needle theory, two-step flow theory, and selective exposure theory. This theory shows how scholars' understanding of media influence has changed over time from strong media effect to more limited media effect. Alright, I will begin with a brief overview of media effect theories. Media effect theories explain how media influence people's thoughts, attitudes, and behavior. In the early 20th century, popular media like newspaper, radio, and films were thought to have strong power over audiences. Initially, audiences were seen as passive, hypodermic needle theory. Later, research showed that people are also influenced by others around them, two-step flow theory, and eventually, audiences were seen as actively choosing media, selective exposure theory. This theory together show the evolution of media effects from strong to moderate to limited. Now, I will move on to the theory breakdown. The first theory is the hypodermic needle theory. The hypodermic needle theory, also known as the magic bullet theory, was developed in the early 1900. This theory became popular during a time when propaganda was widely used, especially during World War I. The main idea of this theory is that media messages are directly injected into the audience's mind. Audiences are seen as passive and do not question the message. According to this theory, media effects are strong, immediate, and the same for everyone. However, this theory was later criticized because it ignores individual difference and social influence. Research found that people do not simply accept media message without thinking. The second theory is the two-step flow theory. The two-step flow theory was introduced in the 109,040s by Paul Lazarsfeld, Bernard Berenson, and Hazel Goddard through their study The People's Choice. This theory explains that media influence happens in two steps. First, media messages reach opinion leaders who are more exposed to media and trusted by others. Second, these opinion leaders share and explain the message to people in their social group. This theory shows that media influence is indirect and depends on interpersonal communication. Audiences are not passive, and media effects are considered moderate, not strong. The third theory is the selective exposure theory. The selective exposure theory belongs to the limited effect perspective. This theory states that people actively choose media content that match their existing beliefs and values. Individuals tend to avoid information that contradicts their opinions because it causes discomfort, known as cognitive dissonance. As a result, people prefer media that support what they already believe. In today's digital world, this theory helps explain echo chambers and filter bubbles on social media. It shows that media influence is limited by audience, choice, and personal belief. In conclusion, the evolution of media effect theories show a clear change in how audiences are viewed. The hypodermic needle theory focuses on strong media power, the two-step flow theory highlights social influence, and the selective exposure theory emphasizes active audience. These theories are still relevant today, especially in understanding modern media and social media influence. Overall, media effects are not uniform, but shaped by social interaction and individual choice. That's all from me. Thank you.